Hey guys, Chase Revelo coming at you from the Durango Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here visiting one of my business buddies and I'm having a great time, okay? And look, we're about to go snowboarding tomorrow. We're gonna go to Utah for a few days and have a blast up there on the mountains and the slopes, get some work done, shoot some content, and make our goals come true and make our dreams come true as well. So first of all, guys, make sure you're taking actions today to get closer to your dreams, all right? Number one, all right? But today, here's what I wanna talk about, okay? And this is specifically for those younger coaches who want to separate themselves and learn, okay, I'm young, I'm hungry, I wanna be the best coach I can be, and I wanna separate myself. Maybe I work at a club or an academy, or I'm trying to be private on my own. And how do I get clients over all the coaches who have been doing it for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever, right? And have all that experience, okay? And how did I separate myself from all the coaches at the academy that I worked at, right? And it all starts with this. Number one, you need to turn yourself into the person who deserves your goals, okay? But let's get more specific. Think about it. When you're at your club, academy, whatever it is, the parents, the students, the other coaches, the management, right? The people, your bosses, right? Who might be overseeing you and stuff and have the power to promote you and have you be able to charge more, all that. They care about one thing, mainly. Are you taking care of the clients? Are the clients getting results? Do the clients like you? If you can't do that, you're screwed. You're toast. You're finito. Okay? So you have to crack that code. Now, what are some things you can do to crack that code? Here's what you're gonna do. Number one, you gotta get your energy up. You're gonna see some coaches out there lazy. You're gonna see some coaches out there slacking off. You're gonna see some low energy people, and you can't be that person. You gotta have the most energy. You better be fist bumping every kid out there in the group warm-ups, okay? You have to become the person that the parents want their kids and their students to become. So what did I do? What worked for me? When I was at the Rick Macy Academy, starting as like a 19-year-old, in a January, being a hitter and a coach with no lessons. Like I said, fist bump every single student, okay? Go above and beyond to please the clients. And you need to be that person who's the most responsible. You need to be the person who over-delivers and is that example for everyone who's there at the club, okay? Or, doing lessons with you or whatever. So here's what I recommend. And here's what I did personally. I showed up to every academy session way early, okay? And I got a dynamic warm-up in. Visible for everyone to see. My dynamic warm-up, high knees, butt kicks, all that stuff, side shuffle, you know it, not too complicated, but do it every day, religiously. Do your bands. Do your band work, okay? Do your jump ropes. I did 1,000 jump ropes every single freaking day, and every single client could see that. Every single parent could see that. Guess after literally a week or two in of working there, parents and staff, who are also kind of parents of students there, are coming up to me like, Chase, you're such a good example. You're such a good example for the kids. At the time, I didn't even really know what I was doing. I was just trying to go above and beyond and do what I thought was the best thing possible, and also wanted to warm up for myself because, I would hit and stuff like that too. So, but then I learned, I was like, okay, this is doing something. I'm doing all the stuff that these other coaches who are way older, way more experienced, right? Potentially all that, they're not doing. So lean into your strengths. If you're younger, you can move, you can hit, you can do all that stuff. So go above and beyond and do that. Okay? All that stuff, all of it. Do it, do it, do it. What else can you do? You need to learn from all the good coaches at your club and learn from them. Ask questions, pick their brain. Good coaches want to make an impact on the sport. So good coaches and good people will help you. Go to the other coaches, ask them questions. Hey, I'm trying to work with this on a player. Like, what do you recommend for this? I was thinking this, like, do you think that would work well, or should I do something else? Is this drill good, or should I do this drill? Okay, cool. Do you know how many freaking hours I was picking Rick Macci's brain on court, and a lot of the other coaches as well? A lot, hundreds of hours, bro, hundreds of hours. So there's no mystery why I was able to get fully booked up within 6 months. All right, they're not just magically handing you lessons. Not how it works, okay? You gotta hustle for that. And you gotta sell yourself. And when you're young, people are gonna doubt you. They're not gonna like your pretty face. They're gonna be jealous that you're young doing this. Okay? That's the truth. Little secret, that's what Rick Macci told me. Hey Chase, don't tell the other coaches about X, Y, and Z deals that you're doing, because there might be some jealousy. So keep that to yourself. It's the truth. It's the truth. So you got to separate yourself. Okay? You got to separate yourself from the pack. All right? And distinguish you from everybody else. And lean into your strengths. And like I mentioned, go above and beyond when you're delivering services to your clients. So here's another concept that you have to understand, okay? You need to let the people that you work for, especially if you're starting at a club and you're kind of low level on the hierarchy, you need to let your bosses and all of them and your mentors and the people you look up to, you need to let them use you. And you need to be used. Not misused, but used. Do you know how many times I'm picking up crap off the floor, picking up chairs around Rick Macci Academy, getting there early, moving stuff, flipping bleachers, picking up extra balls, doing extra shit, driving to Home Depot to pick up stuff for free, right? With no extra pay, not asking, oh wait, are you gonna pay me extra an hour for this? No. Those are what the lazy coaches do. Those are what the bum coaches do. They do just what they get paid for the hour, and then they stop, okay? That's what keeps most coaches stuck. And that's what allowed me to surpass a lot of coaches, all right? So use that. Use that advice. It's a game changer, okay? Now, don't let them misuse you. But understand that there's always a value exchange, okay? So you have to be willing sometimes to do stuff for free before you get paid for it. What's an example of that? When I started thinking about online stuff, how can I package a program? How do I make money online? All that stuff. Before I even knew what to do with that, how to comprehend it, online program, what do I sell? What is it? I have no freaking clue. Before any of that, I knew something, which was what helped me was analyzing my own video, looking at stuff in slow motion for technical stuff, and watching your actual point play footage to analyze that. And then creating objective goals for myself so that I know exactly what I need to do objectively, not subjectively, to improve. for that day. So what I started doing is for all my in-person athletes who did private lessons with me, 1 time a week, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, however many lessons, even if it's every day, I started creating training plans for them to work on stuff on the other days where I don't see them. Because I knew that this client will be more likely to stay with me if they're getting the best results possible. So even though I'm not getting paid for it and I don't know how to package it yet, I'm gonna do this stuff for them for free, and I'm gonna tell you more stuff about what I did so that I can get the best results for them and over deliver for what they paid for. That's how you separate yourself. Now, here's some extra sauce for you. Go to every single tournament that you can for free to your athletes that you do private lessons with and that you work with. Go to the lesson, go to the tournament for free, go to their matches, text their parent. Hey Joe, Bob, your son is playing the tournament. Let me know like where it is and all that, the match times, and boom, I want to come watch him. Cool, show up, take notes, bring your notebook, take notes of what happens on every single point. I can make some content around how to take notes effectively in a tournament, okay? But take notes and support them in the tournament for free. And do it without asking anything. Don't ask shit, bro. Don't ask for anything. For free. And then, if you're a good coach and your students start getting better results because of that, word's gonna get around. The parents, some of them, are gonna want you to keep doing that. And they're gonna say, hey, Chase, how can I get you to do this for next weekend? Hey, I'm happy to do it. Here's how it works. Here are the tournament services that I provide for you, that I can provide. And then you can start selling that too. Okay? So that was a game changer for me in person. Before I even knew anything about online. You can make a lot of money from that, guys. You can make a lot of money from that. All right? So that's not scalable though. But when you're hustling in person and you're coming up, you got to max yourself out. And you got to hit that level where you're fully booked out with lessons. You're doing tournament services on the weekends and you're the busiest man in town. That's what you got to do. Okay? And don't try to skip that step. Don't try to skip that step. Embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I had a blast doing it. It was hard work. Took a lot of focus. Had to sacrifice a lot. But it paid off. Okay? So that's one additional way that you can monetize more for your in-person business, for your clients, all right? And technically, you don't need to do anything online with that, with just the tournament services, okay? But I do recommend recording the matches, having your athletes record them, and helping them with their tournament footage as well, and let them send you footage, okay? And a percentage of the athletes you work with will pay for that if you're a good coach. If you're a shitty coach, it's not gonna work. So forget about it. If you're a shitty coach, stop watching the video, all right? But the main takeaway, guys, is lean into your strengths. Lean into what you can do that other coaches aren't willing to do. What are you willing to sacrifice that others won't? And separate yourself like that. Right? Most coaches, especially from my experience at top academies, There's some good coaches, right? But there's a range, right? Some of them care, some of them, who do they really? And look, to each their own. Everybody has different goals. But if you're watching this, you want to take things next level. You're not satisfied with where you're at, right? So become that great coach. Become that great coach. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's a continuous journey. You're never done, and you're never done learning, okay? But use what you can. Don't be afraid to let people who are at where you want to get to use you, but don't let them misuse you. There's a difference between that, okay? And I let Rick Macy use me. It's the game. It's the game. It's the game, guys. For academy stuff, you're probably not going to get paid that much. You're not going to get rich coaching at an academy or a club, doing group sessions usually, unless you own the club, okay? However, you can learn a lot, and you can learn from people who have done what you want to do. But make sure they're not abusing you and misusing you. Very important difference. Okay? And don't be afraid to ask for a raise if you deserve it. If you're a good coach, ask for a raise. I sure did. It worked. Separate yourself. Distinguish yourself. And do the things that your competition isn't willing to do. If you do that, you're on track to be a great coach. And if you want to be in this for the long term, don't skip that process. Don't skip the process. Become a really good coach in person first. Prove competence. Grind it out. Okay? And look, you can still build the online up as you're doing that. But don't get it twisted. You need to be a good coach in person as well. Okay? So look, that's all the game I got for you guys today. Hope you guys are doing amazing. And look, I believe in you. And I know that you're close to making that big leap. So stick with it. Sacrifice for your dreams, or else your dreams will be what's sacrificed. Okay? Hope you guys have an amazing day. It was awesome talking to you. Appreciate you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. If you got any value, drop a like. Drop a subscription. And I'll teach you exactly how to build your online coaching business. Thanks again. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.